Chosen ones, welcome back, man, to another video on Autonicus Aurelius Motivates. Hey, chosen ones, they stole your life, man. That's what they did to you. They stole your life. Then they attempted to take your life. And there is a price for them to pay for what they did to you. They made it so it was impossible for you to make a living. They did all kinds of things to you that were totally evil and despicable. All out of their jealousy and hatred that they was mad that they couldn't be like you. They was mad that they could not reach your level, man. They was mad that they just didn't have the same gift you had. And they was mad because they was not willing to put in the work that you put in. And so you lost it all because of the name of the Most High. And they will pay the price for what they did to you. They will pay the price for what they did to you, chosen one. But hold up real quick, 1 second. I'm right here at the store real quick, and I got to go in here and handle some business, but I'm about to get into this video with you today because we're going to have some discussions about this, because you know, chosen one, what they did was to try to destroy you, to completely try to destroy you. And so now they're going to be destroyed for trying to destroy you. And there's no escape for them. Like I said before, there is no escape for the wicked and evil ones who did what they did to you. They must pay. They took a lot of your life away from you. A lot of your life. Then they attacked your life. And they think they got away with that. No. They have not got away with none of that. They ain't got away with that. No way. They did not get away from God for what they did to you, chosen one. They're going to stand right in front of God for everything they did to you. And there's no escape for them. No escape. Absolutely no escape. But you just hold up 1 second, because I'm about to come right back to you. Because there's people moving around out here today. And I want to come back and talk to you some more about this while there's less distractions out here. All right? So I'm going to be right back with you in just a minute. So hold tight right there, and I'll be right back to finish and pick up where we left off, because we're going to talk about this today. And we are going to take back everything they took from us, chosen ones. You know, this is our time. Like I said, this is our time right here, right now. This is our time. They had their time. And they said a lot of really wicked, evil things about us and about others. behind our backs, and into our faces, to many of our faces. And they've been saying a lot of stuff for a very long time about all kind of stuff, bragging about being this and that and the other and the third. But when they stand before judgment time, you know, none of that what they bragging about, the Most High don't care about none of that. He don't care about none of that. That means nothing to him. What means something to him is the way they treated you, chosen one, and the way they treated people in this life, what they did to people with what they had. Everything was on record. See, the thing is that they think they've been recording you and watching you the whole time. They think they've been recording you and watching you and monitoring you and laughing about it and having a big old good time about it, right? But they're the ones who's been being recorded and watching and being watched. They are the ones. They're the real ones who's being recorded and who has been being recorded, because God's angels write everything down. God's angels see everything. They have eyes all over their bodies. If you look in the book of Ezekiel and stuff like that, they have eyes all over. Just because you can't see an angel don't mean that angels ain't all around you out here. Angels are all around you, watching everything you do and carrying it straight back up to the throne of the Most High. So they think that they've been watching you the whole time with all of this right here and these little cameras all in these devices and everything and these listening microphones and stuff like that. Listening in on you and what you talking about. Little did they know they are being watched and monitored and recorded and listened to by the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they will stand account for everything they did to you. Everything. And so they can hide and try to pay officials and stuff like that all day long. You know, pay off the police, the judges and stuff like that, and pay them off, thinking that, you know, that they hid from what they did to you. No. They have not hid from what they did to you. And so, you know, they can all stay quiet and clam up and all of that. And nobody has to step forward and say nothing. That don't matter. God recorded all of them too, the ones who clammed up and had every opportunity to step forward and do the right thing. But they didn't. They chose to all turn their backs while you suffered, while you was humiliated, while you was dishonored. And then they paid informants to come and move in around your location, wherever you lived, your house and stuff like that. And moved in people across from you to build tents on their porches and stuff like that, to hide behind tents. And probably was doing witchcraft and stuff like that under the tent or in their house against you. Burning candles, dropping blood on your picture and stuff like that. And a lot of this probably happened when you was, like I said before, when you was not knowing it, and when it was like when you were in a low vibrational state because you stumbled or whatever. But like I said though, just like it says in the word, and it says in the word that the righteous may stumble 7 times, but then they rise again. And I'm gonna put that verse up on the screen again in a minute too, because that really is true. But then they try to judge you, like they are God. They wanted to play God in your life. They wanted to play judge, jury, and find you guilty and strike the hammer down in your life. But they don't get the right to do that. That's not their right. The only one that can judge you is God. And God is going to judge them the same way he judges you. That's the reason also why you shouldn't judge no one. Because you never know what nobody's going through or what their private battles are. You don't know nothing about nobody. But you don't do that, chosen one. You're not like them. You're not like that. You want to see everybody succeed, man. If you see somebody messing up, you want to lift them up. You want to help them up. You want to help them grow. You want to help them better themselves, improve themselves. They don't want to do none of that. They never wanted to do none of that. They would not do that. What they thrive off of is seeing others fail and rejoicing in that and taking pleasure in that. That's what they thrive off of, man. That's what gives them pleasure. That's where their pleasure comes from. From seeing other people or kicking people while they're down to lift themselves up. Like I said, this is the type of success that they get in this world. And they will stand account for all of that. But they said a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And they stood out here and stood up on the TV and all of this and everything and everywhere and made themselves out to be like they was God. Talking about all this and that and the other and the third. That's all about all kind of wicked, evil stuff and saying all kinds of vile stuff and spewing all kinds of filth and evil into the atmosphere and influencing a lot of young people with this and a lot of people, causing a lot of people to go astray from the truth and from the word of God. And they don't think they're going to stand account for that. But then they took what you had to say and what you tried to do, and they took that and they balled it up and threw that in the garbage can. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to be right back with you right there. So hold that thought real quick, chosen one. Because like I said, it's never going to be forgotten. It's not going to be forgotten. This doesn't just go away easily. What they did to you. It don't go away easy. You don't just easily just walk. What they want to do is think that they just wash their hands like Pontius Pilate and just walk away with this, walk away from this, what they did to you. No. You don't walk away from this and then you don't just, well, I mean, it's like, that you forgive, but nah, man, it's not, like I said before, and it's not business as usual, especially not with none of these people that are fake, these fakes and snakes, and you are not going to entertain none of their nonsense ever again. You're not going to never, and this is your time. Like I said, this is your time to shine, chosen one. It's your time. But I'm going to be right back with you in just a second. So hold that thought right there. And then I'm going to come back when I'm no longer in this parking lot and we're, because people's getting in and out of their vehicles and stuff. But I'm going to be right back, okay? Just 1 second. Hold up. All right, chosen one. So I'm back now. And, yeah, like I was saying, it's our time to shine, chosen ones, For real, man. It's our time to shine. They tried to hold us down for a very, 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 very long time.
Drive west, then turn right.
Y'all even had, your own family members try to sacrifice you and stuff like that. Many of you chosen ones. They was trying to do all this witchcraft and stuff behind your back. That you didn't know nothing about. A lot of these people. There was a lot of people involved in this, man. I just know it. Because, too much happened to where, look at where you at right now. I mean, look at what happened to you. Look at the time we're in. Look at everything going on with all the prophecy unfolding. And look at what you survived. And look at how you still here. You still here after having everything stripped from you, and now it's like revelation is coming and unfolding in the Bible, and the World War III is going on. Too much done happened to you, man. Too much done happened to you. To show you, that shows you right there just how strong you are, chosen one. That you still here right now. After everything they did to you. So you probably had, well, I know for a fact because I done told y'all about my background and the family that I was raised in and the religion that I was raised in from a little child, from a little boy. The Mormon religion. And I came to the realization about who all is in there, man. It's witches and warlocks all up in there. And it's an occult. So even though the thing hasn't came in all out about what and all happened, I just know that they all up in there because I already know what I learned, and I told y'all about this in my videos. So I would not be surprised if it was them too who was doing what they did to hold me hostage. With their spells and stuff like that. And like I said, and all the things. I really, like I said, and this is the thing about it, chosen one. Some of the things we went through and the injustices we survived, man. It's like there still isn't no explanation to it because, like I said, they think they hid from what they did, because they buy everybody off because they own everything. So they pay everybody off to hide. And they think they hid, but like I said, man, they've been being on record from the Most High the whole time. And he knows everything they did. So just because, they haven't been caught and haven't been brought forward in a court of man's law, don't mean that they ain't gonna stand account in the court of God's law. Because his law and his justice is perfect, flawless. So they might think they hid here and that, that they got away with it. And so this is the reason why still to this day, many of you have not received justice. And you still don't know who the perpetrators were or anything. So, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying, man, and the point I'm trying to make here, man, is like, when you don't know who did what, then pretty much everybody is suspect. And I said this before in one of my other videos. Until you know who the perpetrator or perpetrators were, you must keep your guard up. You can't, you can't let nobody in, man. Never again, chosen one. You know you're not. Not till you find out the truth. If you ever find out the truth. Many of y'all will never find out the truth. I don't know if I'll ever find out the truth. And about who shot my house up or nothing. So, I'm still pretty much in the dark. We in the light, chosen one, but we in the dark with, as far as it goes, like with the stuff they holding over us and stuff, the powers that be, because that's the ones who was behind it. There's no doubt about it. We already know. We know, chosen ones. So, but what we do is we continue to move on anyway, regardless, because we have no other choice, right? What else are we gonna do? And we definitely not gonna give up, because we already know they're wicked and evil, and we ain't about to give up for wicked and evil people. So we know, because we are able to put two and two together in our heads, to make it add up to equal 4, that they are the ones responsible, even though we haven't seen them. Even though we haven't seen them or seen them brought, out into the open for who they are, eventually they will be revealed. But that's my prayers every day, especially for y'all chosen ones, man, that your enemies are all revealed, because they stole your life away from you is what they did to you. Pretty much they executed you without a gun. And then they tried to execute you with a literal gun. That's what they did to you, pretty much. They emptied a whole clip on my house. For real, man. This literally happened to me. And I've been telling this story on my channel here for a very long time. Y'all already know. But hold up, I'm going to be right back with you, all right? Hold that thought for 1 second. All right, so I'm back now. So like I was saying, though, chosen one, yeah. They stole your life, man. Whether they actually, really were successful in unaliving you or not, they stole your life from you. But why are we really not even surprised? Come on, we know what the word tells us, right? First, he told us that we would be hated for his name. And then also the word tells us in John 10:10 that the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's what he did. He came to steal, kill, and destroy. But we already know the one who hung and bled and died for us, chosen one, came to give us the life more abundantly. And he's the one who has the final say. Not the wicked and evil ones. They thought they was going to have the final say over your destiny. Many of them wanting to destiny swap with you is the reason why a lot of this stuff happened to you. They was trying to steal your destiny. They saw your gift, like I said before. It gave them a lot of just jealousy and envy and a lot of just bad feelings inside of their own self, because they knew that they saw in you everything that they knew they should have been, but failed to be, or that failed to put into work to be. So what did they try to do? Rather than celebrate you, they tried to destroy you. Because they think that somehow if they destroyed you, that would disprove everything you stood for. That's really what it was all about. When you really want to, when we really think about it and what it all boils down to, right? We know, chosen ones, that's what it was really all about. The whole thing.
Southeast on middle.
That's what it was really all about. When you really want to get down to it, to the nitty gritty of it, and to the to the meat and bones of everything, you know what I mean? The reason why, the real reason why is because they wanted to be able to disprove you, because they wanted to continue to believe the lie, man. So what they really wanted to do was to make it seem like you were not who you were, and God is not who He is, and that God was punishing you, and God was not helping you, and that God was not, or that God just wasn't real, and that the only way for anyone to have success in this world was to do like all the rest do, and compromise with some kind of activities which we already know is disgusting and repulsive, to become, which is all being exposed now, or to join a club or a lodge, and to give away your talent and your gift to the devil, Satan. So you refused to do that. You was like, nah, man, I'm good. Count me out, man. I'm out of here. You was like, I'm out of here. Nah, I'm not playing that. So then they tried to make you look like something was wrong with you, or you were weird, because you wasn't gonna play that game, because like this is like what they make normal. You know what I mean? Like this is what you have to do. This is what has to be done. Everyone has to. Everyone has to assimilate. Everyone has to go along to get along. This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. This is why the system that has been built on all of this is collapsing now. But you already know all of that, though, chosen one. You know all of that. You've been knew all of that. You've been known all of this. Because you saw through it. Because like I said, you saw through it a long time ago. You saw through it all a long time ago. And you was like, nah, man, count me out. I'm not having nothing to do with that. I'd rather stay right here and be who I know I am and who God meant me to be than to be a part of that. I'll wait on God no matter how long it takes. That's what you said. Okay, I might have to struggle. Yeah, whatever. Little did you know how much you was going to suffer because of all of this. And many of you are still suffering now. Many of you are homeless now, and a lot of you, and look, man, and now we see the enemy doubling and tripling down. So I would not be surprised if it could not come to that, very soon for a lot of people, because this is what people get when they turn their backs on God, man. And the enemy has never wanted us to have anything in this life, Lord. The Lord, he knows though. Lord God, you know, the enemy has never wanted us to have anything in this life, God. All because we want to stand for things that have lasting value, and things that are based off of like truth, not lies, and morals. So they tried to destroy your life, man. That's what happened, chosen one. And there is a price for them to pay for that. There's no escape for them, like I said. There's no escape for them. But all you got to do is just keep on doing what you're doing right now, because, long as you in his care, Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And Psalm 91, you rest in his shadow, the shadow of the Almighty. He's got you under his wing, 1,000 may fall at your right, 10,000 at your left, but nothing will touch you. Not even one hair on top of your head. He knows every hair on top of your head. He knows, man. That's the reason why you are still here today. And it's a miracle y'all made it through, Like I said, props to every one of y'all, man. Every one of y'all who made it through them struggles, man. Made it through them times where you didn't know how you was going to make it through, and you just pushed through the pain. You pushed through the pain, man. All because you refused to conform, and you wasn't about to, you had to take that pressure. You had to take all that pressure, man. You took a lot of pressure. Like I said, you a diamond royal, chosen one. There's none like you. Nobody else could take the pressure you took. Nobody. You had like the weight of an Empire State Building on top of your shoulders, pushing you down, man. More than that, you had like the weight of Mount Everest. We should just take it there. Like, you had the weight of a mountain on your back. That's what you held. That's what you withstood, man. So salute to every one of you who did that, man. Respect. I don't care who the world's strongest man is. Whoever he is. I think the last was Hafthor Johnson, I forget his name, or maybe it was Martins or something like that. Anyway, they ain't got nothing on you, man. What you held up in your spirit, man. What you held up. What you held up in your soul. What they put your soul through, man. They tried to crush your soul, man. That's what they tried to do to you, chosen one. They tried to crush your soul. They attacked your soul, man. That's what they did to you. That's what you lived through. So all I got to say, man, is I take my hat off to you if you did that. For those of y'all who did that, I take my hat off to you, man. Nothing but respect, man. For y'all who are like me, who went through what you went through, and you still here after all of that. Nothing but respect to you, man. You know? But we gonna make it. We gonna endure to the very end. That's what we gonna do. We gonna ride this out, man, till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna ride the Mitsubishi till the wheels fall off. You know? That's what I'm gonna do, man. And it looks like they collapsing the global economy and all of that. You know, so ain't no stopping that. And the Antichrist probably about to be revealed anytime soon here, man. But I'm ready, man. Because I'm done with this wicked, evil world, man. And these people who don't want nothing but that in their life, man. And I'm done trying to save people who don't want to be saved. I know y'all are too, chosen one. We ain't playing with them no more. And we not dimming down for nobody no more ever again, man. We're not going to dim our light. We're not. They can try to throw all the shade they want to now. Throw all of that shade they want to. It don't matter. And we don't need no jewelry and tons of stuff and flashy Lamborghinis and all of that. We don't need all of that to shine our light. We shine our light just like how we are right now. That's how we do. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up right there. Because I got to go ahead and handle this business. As long as I can handle business, I'm going to handle business. Till there ain't no more business to handle no more. And then I guess the Lord, he knows about all of that. So we leave all that in his hand. So, but I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Stay in the fight, chosen one. Stay in the fight. You fighting, man. You're a mighty warrior, a soldier in the battle of this spiritual war. It is all hell breaking loose on the earth. You're not going to give up, though. You'll never give up. You done stood up under all that weight. Ain't no way you going to stop now till you make it to the very end. However long that's going to be. And we don't know how long, but we know the time is getting short, right? So just hold in there, man. I'm with you here. You know, if y'all just came over to my channel or whatever, you know, everything we do over here, it's all positive vibes, man. We're not on that negative stuff over here. It's all uplifting, encouraging videos for those of you who may be going through your own personal battles, struggles, hardships, and who survive what no other person could have survived. For those of you like that, or for those of you who just trying to better yourself, make yourself better than you were yesterday, you know, you are welcome here. All right? So till the next one, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. All right? Peace. I'm out.